Oh, there's a church camp right next to me, and they're booked for the week. Well, a little ways over. And it is full of music and children laughing and playing in the pond. Such good vibrations. It's so nice. Okay, listen, I'm going to do a video on food. And I can't remember who asked me to do this. Good grief, I'm getting too many videos, too many comments, and I can't remember as I do them. Aside from the stuff that just comes screaming into my head. But they were talking about someone else, I think another NDE person, that was talking about that there was something wrong with the food on this planet. And so when she came back, she started eating really healthy. Well, when I pulled back all the way to where I pulled back, and I could see the complete path of the planet Earth, or Gaia, then when she first incarnated in well, it was really more as she went down, but anyway, originally she was very blue and green. It's a very blue-green planet. So all of the places on the planet that are not blue or green are really broken. So the reason why so many people go to these places like New Mexico and Arizona, I think, I don't know about other parts of the world or the big deserts, but I do know that in those areas there is a lot of vortexes, energy vortexes, so people can go there and you feel really good. And that's because the planet is healing herself there, so there's a lot of energy being poured out in these places to try to heal herself, because it's broken. Beautiful, beautiful, but she's healing herself there, and that's the reason why you feel that really, really strong vortexes of energy. So, moving forward with the food. So, from the perspective of where we are right now, if you were to look at it from a big picture, then yes, the food is really, really a mess. It's just, there's so many things that's messed up about it that I won't even go into, because if you're watching my videos, you probably know about all of them. And it's not just the food, it's the air and the water, it's everything, the whole shebang. Now, that again is part of the plan to get human beings to be able to experience the lower vibrations of 3D. So no harm, no foul. But she is moving upwards through 4D into 5D. And I'm going to pause here for a minute, because I listened sort of to a video yesterday on the breakdown of densities and dimensions. Okay, I want y'all to know that I don't see dimensions or densities or any of that. That's like mathematics or any kind of physics, even quantum, and language, and it's a way to interpret what I see. I try to interpret them through what you guys say, but even humans change their minds on what things are or how they're defined all the time. So it's really hard to keep up with it. But I just see waves of information, and it's all connected. And I try to break it down into what I think you guys, what humans, who I'm talking to, are going to interpret that way. So whenever I say 3D and 4D, that's just, I think that's the way I talk about it is the way most people think about it. I'm reaching or speaking in the language that most people understand, okay? So it's not a hard and fast rule. It's certainly not. I don't define them that way. To me, they're just, I could probably say lower and higher easier. That would be the most accurate for me personally. So since the Earth is moving into the higher dimensions, and from my perspective, matching what I think you guys think, she's almost all into 5D now. But she is part of her is in lower vibrations of higher vibrations of 4D. So it needs to be cleaned up, and because she's vibrating higher, you need to vibrate higher. And you need to vibrate higher you'll vibrate higher if your human body, this shell that you're running, is in better shape. So whatever you need to do to believe that go with your belief systems to make your body healthier will help the process, as long as you're attached to a human body. Now let me give you an example. My daughter, who is a very vibratory being, she has always been able to, since she was little, she's been able to take whatever she's going to ingest, and before it even hits her mouth, it is transformed, it is transmuted into exactly what her body needs. She could literally, if she wanted to, which she wouldn't, but she could literally take poison, and before it got to her mouth, it would be transmuted into the perfect substance for her body to operate perfectly. So you can do that. Or you can do what I'm doing, is you can totally get rid of eating and then drinking altogether by sun gazing and pranic breathing. So there's, like I've said many times before, there's many ways of doing this. You need to operate within your belief system so that it works. So don't try to do pranic breathing if you still believe that you have to have food or you will die. Because it's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work. If you believe that you can, and this came from Mike Smith, that you can use other things, whether they're crystals or sunlight or whatever, to charge water and put it in your body and cure things, then use that. Now, in reality, you can do all of that with a thought. You can tell yourself to heal of everything. You can tell yourself you don't need food and water, and you don't. You can do anything. But right now we're dealing with 3D, 4D people operating with very, very intense belief systems that have been drummed into you for a very long time, and they're very powerful. So everybody's in a different place along this path. So you really need to not look at somebody else's way. You need to do what matches your belief system, what feels right to you. So if having a certain kind of tea every morning or a certain tea cures this or that, you need to use that. If I think it's just really a good idea for everybody to go with clean food. I mean, you know, it can't be good for you if it's got a whole bunch of weird words on the back of the ingredients list. I mean, that's just common sense. If you're going to take in food, really, and if you're listening to me, I just think it's a good idea to just go with clean food if you can. If you want to jump right to transmuting it, which certainly you can, and you think that that's within your wheelhouse of belief systems, then do that. By all means, do that. I tend to send a message to all water on the planet every day, many times a day, to clean the water, clean the sky, clean people, because water's just attached to everything. It is very magical. So it's easy for me to connect to the water on the planet, which connects me to everything. And I can just send out a blanket statement to water just to filter and clean everything. Now, very quickly, that can go the other way with things that are happening on the planet and belief systems and people's, what they're doing. But I do it several times a day. So anybody that wants to join me in that, I'm sure the planet will be appreciative. And it helps everything and everyone all at once. So it's an easy way of helping the whole planet and everyone on it. But basically, back to the food, you need to operate with what you believe. So if you believe that clean food, vegan only, will cure you and it's the way to go, then that's what you need to use. If you believe that you have to have meat in order to be healthy, then that's what you need to use. You need to understand that there are tests and proofs proving everybody's way. So if you are on a belief system that says I have to have meat, you will find all kinds of proof that people die on a vegan diet only. and vice versa. It's all out there. It's all available. That's why you can't judge somebody else on their path. You just concentrate on your own. Believe me, that's enough for anybody to handle. It's just one person. Because trying to do it on a bigger scale, well, it doesn't work. And if everybody takes care of themselves, we won't have any problems at all. So, yeah. Does that answer the question on the clean food for you? I hope so. If not, remind me who you are. And write to me below or email me, either way. And I will try to talk to you. And welcome all the new people that have been watching my videos. Especially guys. I tend to get more women than guys. So, welcome, guys. Nice to have you all and love talking to you. So, here's love to everybody. Big hugs. And I love you all. Bye-bye now.